Hey guys, Cheyenne here, and I am gonna have one more little talk video for you for this month. I want to talk about my bullying story, and I know everybody's been bullied in their life, so everybody has a different story, but this is mine. When I was in elementary school, I wasn't the most popular kid at all. I had friends, but I didn't have a lot of them. I wasn't popular amongst the boys. I wasn't in the in crowd, and I had a lot of issues with people. I was called names, I was called fat, I was called everything underneath the sun, weird, and I had a lot of people pick on me. And I guess you could say I was a weird kid, I wasn't a popular kid by no means. I didn't keep up with the latest trends. I had parents that are a little bit more strict than other parents. I don't know. I just wasn't like other kids, which is perfectly okay. You don't need to be like other people. So there's that. But I went through a really hard time with the kids at school, and I think part of the problem was is I went to a really small school. There was I think 300 kids total, and I lived in a town where everybody knew everybody kind of thing, and I was really picked on. I had one of the hardest years was in grade 8 where I had a lot of the boys picking on me all the time. I had a lot of people. It got to the point where people started blaming me for having assigned seatings on the bus. A lot of the times I would come home crying from school, and so then my mom would contact the school, and then they would start having these, like, I can't remember what the principal called them, but we kind of like had these little talk sessions about bullying and being nice to each other and stuff. And I know that a lot of people hated those too, and I was always blamed for that. Everybody knew that the whole reason why we were having these conversations was because of me. So that was kind of rough as well. But you know, one of my worst memories was like I came to school, and or I got on the bus and everybody was kind of like whispering and everything like that. And when we pulled up to the school, the principal came on the bus and wouldn't let anybody off. I guess somebody had written a name on the seat, and everybody accused me of writing this name on the seat. And I didn't do it. I swear I didn't do it. But of course, nobody believed me. The principal didn't believe me. None of the kids believed me. And they put assigned seating on the bus. That night, when we all got our assigned seating and everything, naturally, I got the back seat, which was where all the popular kids sat. And I was sat by myself, and I was teased the entire time by everybody in that bus that was like from grade 6 and up. I was teased and I was made fun of, and everybody was saying, "No, this is all your fault," and everything like that, and why did you have to do that, and blah, 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 even though it wasn't me who did it. And I remember the bus stopping at my house and rushing through the alley and going up to the bus driver and in tears and saying, "I didn't do it, I promise I didn't do it," and running off the bus and everything, and being so upset because all these kids were like making fun of me, and this happened years ago, and it still upsets me. And I ran into the house crying and everything, and then my mom having to go to the principal and talking to him, and he was a dick. He was a chauvinist pig. He was awful, and he was always on the boys' side of everything. But so just a shitty time. And I went through this for like a whole year of just people teasing me and calling me fat. And then when people found out I had a crush on somebody, oh, that was like the biggest news. And then plus add on the fact of puberty and having all these different changes going on with my body. And some days I was just more emotional than others. And it's just really a rough time. And I know I'm no saint, because I said some things about people that wasn't nice either, and I regret it to this day. But I think part of the reason why I said those things is just because I wanted to be part of those other people. I had 3 or 4 people that I could rely on being good friends, and that was it. You know, most of the time I just had people making fun of me. So, and then everything changed when I went to high school. I went to a bigger school with, like, I believe 1,000 kids in the whole entire school. Not everybody knew everybody. I could get away from the people that treated me like that, and I got new friends, and I was treated better, and it was a whole different experience. I had people I could talk to. The teachers were better, and there was just no bullying. It was like, as soon as grade 9 hit, I didn't have to worry about anything. I could be who I wanted to be without having to worry about somebody saying something. And yeah, I still had some people saying some very not nice things about me. I was always called fat throughout high school. I've always had somebody calling me fat. And sometimes I wasn't like, I still wasn't the coolest person in the world. And so some people still called me out on it. And I wasn't with the popular kids still, but I had friends, and that was the greatest thing about it. And high school kind of just helped out everything. And you might be wondering why I feel like making this video today, and it was because about a week ago, and it still kind of bugs me, I had these kids that go to a local academy, and their bus stops in front of my house, and the kids just kind of like pointed and laughed at me the other day, and it just kind of brought all these feelings back of like when I was a kid and being made fun of for being overweight. And they were saying, these kids were making fun of me just the same way that those kids back when I was a kid used to make fun of me, and it just kind of brought things back. And it's kind of been bugging me ever since, and I just kind of wanted to put this video out there to talk about bullying and how it's not cool, but also wanted to say that, you know, bullying is something that's never going to change. It's kind of like human nature. I even have to kind of stop and think before I say things myself. You know, like, for instant nature is when you see somebody that's kind of strange, you kind of say, oh, that person's weird. And you just kind of say it without thinking about, like, oh, that might really hurt that person's feelings. And you know what? It might not hurt that person's feelings, but some people it will. It hurt my feelings when people called me weird when I was a kid. It still kind of hurts my feelings when people make fun of me today. But I don't know. I just kind of wanted to put this video out there. Bullying sucks. There's nothing else you can say about it, so. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please leave a great big thumbs up. If you like my content, please hit that subscribe button down below. I upload on Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and sometimes random days in between. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and bye-bye.